Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Lots of national races to catch you up on this week. We didn't have racing Monday at Parx, but we had racing on Tuesday, and we're going to kick it off with a story that's going to warm your heart. The whole parish of St. Ephraim came out to cheer on their namesake in the 7th race.
They did indeed. Of course, this goes back to the John Service family. We talked about this before on the show, but St. Ephraim was claimed out of the first race and is back with Mike Pino.
And how cool, the whole parish led by Father Mike came out, and he even brought his friend, a nun, with him.
Of course.
So here it is. Watch the 7th race from Tuesday.
And Honor Mags, he wrestles the lead away from Reverse the Curse. He has a 1-length advantage. Airman Trevor Vix the Gray, who moves into that 3rd spot. St. Ephraim, he coasts along. He advances into 5th. Battle Anthem back into 6th. Centaur Central. Then Splitting Stones, reeling and dealing. At the back, 22-1. They head towards the far turn. And Honor Mags has a tenuous lead to the outside. Vix, Reverse the Curse. He's in 3rd. Then it's back to St. Ephraim. He's gaining into 4th. Airman Trevor, he's dropped back into 5th. Centaur Central, Battle Anthem at Splitting Stones, and still reeling and dealing. He is at the back. Now they head around the far turn, and Vix has taken command from Honor Mags to the outside. Reverse the Curse, St. Ephraim trying to sustain that rally. 45-4 for the half, and Vix has the lead, but here comes St. Ephraim. He has now found his stride. He's gaining on the inside of Vix. On the outside, it is St. Ephraim. On the inside, Vix fights on, but St. Ephraim, he is full of runs. Centaur Central on the scene late from off the pace, as well as Splitting Stones, but it's going to be St. Ephraim. He's now 2 for 2.
All right, call it divine intervention, but the horse had some help from his friends. The whole parish cheered him home. St. Ephraim didn't break that good, but that's kind of how he ran last time. He's just a horse that's really learning a second start. The whole parish had a good time cheering us home, and what could you say?
He needed a little holy water. Did he have? Did they sprinkle some holy water on this horse in the paddock? That's what I want to know. That was great stuff.
Well, it was a lot of fun talking to Mike Pino after the race. You had the whole church here with you.
Yeah, I had the Lord with me.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
He didn't break great, but he kind of ran like that last.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did very good. I got a little nervous because he's a young horse. But he came through. He's a nice little horse.
We're going.
What'd you think, man? Another one.
It's a little night. It was 2-0. Let's go. We're going to keep on going. St. Ephraim, pray for us.
Sister, what'd you think of that win?
I loved it. My first time.
It's his first ring. It's their first ring. So I said we gotta go all the way. Gotta bring his married people and the sisters. So
Yes.
yeah.
Now we need the Pope and the Bishop here, right?
Nice.
Maybe I'll be the next one. We'll see how that goes.
All right, a lot of fun with St. Ephraim. Let's go into Tuesday's 8th race. Fillies and Mares claiming $25,000, 6 furlongs. Favorite's going to come from post 1, Tara's Talent, the 10-year-old.
Yeah, this horse has been all over the place. 71 starts now, and has had some really good wins through the years.
And a couple of co-choice, second choice, but let's talk about the number 3, Antonacci Girl, coming off a nice second, but they've really bumped her up in class since claiming off Cal Lynch.
Yeah, and you like 15 starts, 5 wins, 5 seconds, 3/3. That's consistency as an owner. You love that. Over 100 grand.
Well, there's going to be some prices. Here it is, Tuesday's 8th.
And she's a gem. She emerges from the fray with a half mile to go with the lead to the outside. Never Sway in the red. She's in 2nd. Then it's Antonacci Girl. On the outside, Synergism, Popover Gal. She's in 5th. Then it's Pearls and Heels, followed by Mildoon. Then it's back to Jump a Fox. Tara's Talent. She is now last, 22-2. They go into the far turn, and they are chasing to the inside. She's a gem. To the outside, Never Sway. Those two battling it out. All the while, Synergism, she's moving into 3rd. What a World. Mildoon trying to find her stride from mid-pack. Top of the stretch, Never Sway. She has the lead to the inside. She's a gem. On the far outside, Synergism, Mildoon getting in gear late along with Jump a Fox down the center of the track. Never Sway. She says, come and catch me, in a wall of horses trying to do just that. A 16th left. Jump a Fox full of momentum, but Never Sway. She's left them in her dust.
All right, Never Sway gets the win, 31-1. And I talked with trainer George Diaz. He said, look, she just relished the little bit of break, no racing here, and Antonacci Girl nowhere to be found. And I was in a head bob for 3rd. I missed 2nd, got 3rd with 14-1 shot Mildoon, but nice racing.
Yeah, you don't see a
back.
31-1 shot
No.
dominate very often. That's exactly what happened.
It was a surprise. Well, let's go to our first break. When we come back, we have some more racing from Parx, plus lots of national races as the Kentucky Derby take shape.
Little awkward, tough to handle was my Lotta. Just had to steady.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw. I'm tapped in, I'm tapped in. But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Take those pearls, Meemaw.
We've got your new Ford right here at Chapman Ford of Horsham. Looking for a new Bronco Sport? We've got them. Maybe a new Escape? Got plenty. Want a new Explorer? We have them too. Maybe you have your eye on a new F-150. Huge selection for you. If it's a new Bronco you've wanted, you are in luck. How about an EV? The Mach-E and F-150 Lightning are both in stock. And with great lease terms and low APR financing available, we can help you get the new Ford you want. Chapman Ford of Horsham.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. More local racing from Parx as we look to Tuesday's 9th race. $16,000 claiming, $28,000 is the purse, going 6.5 furlongs. And the favorite is the veteran 9-year-old Get Set, now in the barn of Mike Pino.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of barns and been successful in most of them. This will be start number 63, 1 for 1 in 2026. And as Danny said, a 9-year-old. You gotta love Get Set.
Yeah, and co-second choice, but let's talk about Lasso from Post Outside. Popular in the claim box. Scott Lake has him now, and he's had him before as well.
Speaking of guys that know how to claim horses and win races, nobody better in the history of this racetrack than Scott Lake.
Let's take a look at Tuesday's 9th.
And Get Set has the lead, 22-2 with less than a half mile to go. And Get Set, he continues to lead Lasso. He's in second. Then it's Try Harder, BB Bad, and Mr. Lincoln. They're moving in tandem from mid-pack to the inside. The gray mid-laner, Action Hero. He is still last. And Get Set, he has been confidently handled as they head around the far turn. Get Set has the lead. Try Harder, he is in second as the half goes at 45-3 with a quarter mile to go. Get Set, he leads the way. Try Harder, Lasso, he's hanging around. He's in third. Mr. Lincoln now to the inside, trying to make up some ground. But it is Get Set who says, come and catch me, to the outside. Try Harder, he's running on gamely. Mr. Lincoln up the inside. Lasso's running a big race as well, but Get Set has a bit more left in the tank. There's a 16th left. Get Set on the outside. Lasso trying to catch him. It's Get Set and Michael Sanchez.
And Get Set gets it done, giving Michael Sanchez 3 wins on Tuesday's card. Mike Pino 3 wins. And we'll talk about another Mike later. It was the story of the Mikes.
Yeah, you don't see this very often, Danny, but we said start 63. Get Set is now 12, 12, and 12. First, second, and third, and just went over $500,000 in earnings the hard way.
And he's got a really cool marking on his face, just a really beautiful horse. So congratulations to Get Set. Well, let's jump into Tuesday's 10th race at Parx. And this was like a mini stakes race, optional claiming, a few in for that big $100,000. 6.5 furlongs running for $55,000. And the favorite is Alani. She deserves to be.
Yeah, you know what, Danny, I just filled out my ballot for Parx Horse of the Year, and I was down to 2 for Horse of the Year, and Alani was one of them, along with Kappa. I had to make a choice I'll discuss later, but what a cool horse she is for Michael Moore.
She certainly is. And second choice, let's talk about Disco Ebo. I mean, she's deserving as well, and she's been just such a dominant sprinter for Butch Reed.
Another horse that just gives a big effort just about every time out. 35 starts, 13 wins, 800,000 and counting for Disco Ebo.
Yeah, so solid field here. Here's Tuesday's 10th.
Disco Ebo has the lead. Mega Mill right to her outside, just 3/4 of a length back. Then it's Alani. Jean Marie, she's advancing. She's in fourth, followed by Boss Like Beth. Paco Bell, Carousel Queen is the trailer. 22 flat, quick opening quarter, and the 2-horse race continues on the front end. Disco Ebo, Mega Mill, they are on even terms, exchanging blows. Alani, she's in third. Then it's Jean Marie. Paco Bell, she's fifth. Carousel Queen under a drive, and at the back, Boss Like Beth. Mega Mill with that big blaze. She puts her neck in front, trying to counter to the inside. Disco Ebos, they go around the far turn with less than a quarter mile to go. And Mega Mill has put away a stubborn Disco Ebo. Alani, she's in third, the half, 44-3. And Mega Mill has the lead on the far outside. Paco Bell, Alani, Jean Marie, they are gaining late, but it is Mega Mill steadfast on the lead, but those strides are shortening. Alani to the outside. Paco Bell, the stablemates come up to challenge Mega Mill. They take it down to the line. Paco Bell over Alani.
Well, Michael Moore gets the 1-2 with the PA bred Pachelbel, getting getting the win and Alani getting second. And Mega Mill just looked like a winner, and speed was really not holding on Tuesday's card. You saw that quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely looked like a winner. And I'm watching it with Bruce. I said, well, this is over. Mega Mill wins. And Alani might catch. What? And here comes Pachelbel to catch Alani. It was a great race. And as I said, I wrote about it this week on Let's Go Racing Parks. My votes from different divisions. Alani was pretty easy choice for me for older filly and mare. She just had some year last year. 13 starts, 6 wins in 4 seconds.
As me, I voted for her as well. She's just very deserving. But nice win by Pachelbel, and George Vargas Jr. has been such a partner with her. Well, let's get to our national races. On the Kentucky Derby Trail we go as we head to Aqueduct for the Withers Stakes, $200,000. This is 3-year-olds, a mile and an eighth. And our favorite is Schoolyard Superman, but we have a couple of Parx horses.
We do. Chad Brown, the favorite, with the 2. And remember, this was last Friday, Danny, because they knew they were going to have to cancel on Saturday because of the cold weather. We were interested in Star Sweeper for Lou Linder and very interested in My Lotta, who was so good here, winning 2 stakes here at Parx at the end of last year. And see how they could do on the Derby Trail.
Talk to Me Jimmy is now confronted and taken the lead away from Schoolyard Superman, who's back to second. Little awkward, tough to handle was My Lotta. Just had to steady, as alone in third as they work to the backstretch. Otinho is a well-settled fourth. Then behind them, 4th and 1 is wide. The gray towards the back end of the field, Star Sweeper had a little trouble with grittiness as they went into the turn together, and they work up the backstretch. And 23 and 4 was that opening quarter mile for Talk to Me Jimmy, who gets over to the rail. Schoolyard Superman now switches to the outside of the 2 path, and My Lotta's in pursuit 3 wide. 48.18 for a half-mile time. Otinho has been passed by Star Sweeper, who's now taken 4th. 4th and 1 is out wider in 5th as Otinho is shoved along and not making up the ground. The trailer is grittiness. They work into the far turn, and Talk to Me Jimmy is still there, and Talk to Me Jimmy is finding more. Talk to Me Jimmy has opened up quickly by 3-4 widening lengths. Schoolyard Superman is an all-in second. My Lotta's dropped out of it. Star Sweeper, Otinho 4th and 1. Grittiness starts to run on from the back, but can Talk to Me Jimmy keep this going? A quarter mile left to go. Talk to Me Jimmy reaches the top of the stretch. Schoolyard Superman is trying to pick up this leader who's sprinting clear. It's Talk to Me Jimmy. Still Schoolyard Superman battling on grittiness, but with a furlong left to go. Talk to Me Jimmy is just opening up here. Talk to Me Jimmy. Ruben Silvera.
All right, well, a Parx horse didn't win, but a jockey did. Ruben Silvera gave a nice aggressive ride to Talk to Me Jimmy. Rudy Rodriguez getting the win, a son of Modernist, who's by Uncle Mo, so has all the pedigree.
Yeah, so speed was holding that day, Danny. Won by 11. Only an 83 buyer. I mean, My Lotta got a 33 buyer. I mean, that's just stupid. So we know he's better than that, right? I mean, on his best, he's going to be right there. I don't really know what to make of it. Maybe he just doesn't want to go 2 turns, but he just never really gave any the pop that we've seen in the other races. So hopefully he'll come back stronger. Yeah,
very disappointing from a horse we all had high hopes on, but
for sure.
Hope to see better days from My Lotta.
Yep.
All right, Tampa Bay Downs as we head to Florida. It's the Sam F. Davis Stakes, a mile and 16th. This is for 3-year-olds. Kentucky Derby points on the line, and Renegade Irad Ortiz teaming up with Todd Pletcher, post-time favorite.
Renegade is still a maiden here, Danny, but he actually won a race, got disqualified, then he was second to the horse that he got disqualified to in the Remsen, so he's way better than a maiden. That's why he's 6-5.
And Mike Rapoli actually went for the race. He did the pre-race interview, so you know something was up. Let's talk about the Puma, second choice, cool name there with Javier Castellano.
Yeah, 2.5 to 1, and if this sounds familiar, Gustavo Delgado, Javier Castellano, yeah, that's the group that won the Derby with Mage a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they certainly did. Here's my buddy Jason Beam with the call to Sam F. Davis.
So they start their backstretch journey here in the Sam F. Davis Stakes. And it's Wayne's Law and Marcos Meneses up top by a half a length to Game Forward, who now emerges a clear second. Confessional stays down toward the inside along with the Puma. Dr. Kapoor's outside of them. It's another length back to Epic Desire. Ocelli right to that one's outside. Renegade's getting a little closer, steering toward the outside. And Max Capacity continues to trail. 3.5 furlongs remaining off an opening half, 48.30 seconds. Wayne's Law has made every yard thus far. Game for it. The first to take a real crack at this leader. Ocelli looping up 4 deep on the far outside, trying to rally. Confessional's right there, the Puma. Here comes Renegade. Renegade launching up on the outside, trying to circle past rivals. Wayne's Law is still in front. At the quarter pole, it's Wayne's Law. Game for it, trying to push on by. Renegade continues that 4 wide sweep. Ocelli got stopped there. Confessional's going going to need a seam as they wind around to the top of the stretch. Here comes Renegade. Renegade trying to come after Wayne's Law. The Puma looking for room in behind. Then comes Game for It. Confessionals back to the inside, and Oselli. Renegade takes over from Wayne's Law, who's a stubborn foe, but Renegade inching clear late. Renegade and Irad Ortiz Jr. to win the Sam F. Davis.
Renegade gets the win, breaks his maiden in style in the Sam F. Davis. And Irad Ortiz, you think this is a Derby contender?
I think he's a marginal contender. Got a 92. I liked how he did it. It was impressive. I don't like the field as much, but he is by Into Mischief, but it is Pletcher, so you know he'll stay on the trail. You'd think he'd come back in the Tampa Bay Derby, right? Because Todd's got another one ready for the Florida Derby.
Yeah, Todd always loaded as we get into this time of year. So let's head out west, shall we, to Santa Anita in the Grade 3 Robert B. Lewis Stakes. 1 mile, and the favorite is Desert Gate, Bob Baffert.
That man, Bob Baffert, son of Omaha Beach. He's also got Plutarch, son of Into Mischief, and there's Intrepido, who's had some good races. Pretty good group of 3-year-olds. We'll see how they fare in their 3-year-old debuts.
And it is Intrepido down at the rail, Plutarch in between, and Briggs Army Power in third. Robusta has to go 4 wide. Desert Gate tucked in on the fence, has a little bit of room there too, only 2 lengths off the lead. Then Cherokee Nation, who's about a half length in front of Secured Freedom. Still extremely bunched as they pass the half-mile pole. Plutarch on the outside and Intrepido are stride for stride. Briggs Army Power has dropped right out of it as Robusta makes a 3-wide bid after the pacemakers. Desert Gate is asked to pick it up down at the rail. He is joined by Secured Freedom, who's 4 lengths off that leader, Plutarch. And Plutarch is the one to catch with a 1/4 mile to go. At the rail, Intrepido is going with him. Plutarch just in front at the top of the stretch. Intrepido is trying his best, but a half length behind. 4 more lengths to Desert Gate in third, and then Robusta coming to the 16th pole, and it's Plutarch and a very game Intrepido who will not surrender. Plutarch has him though, and it's Plutarch to win the Robert B. Lewis.
Plutarch, I love the name. It sounds like a planet, but her damn stellar wind, that must be where they got the name. I was such a fan of her. John Sadler trained her. Victor Espinoza rode her for Arona Stable.
Yep.
She was awesome.
Oh, she was really good, and it's by Into Mischief. Again, 90 by her. Desert Gate was kind of the disappointment. I thought Intrepido ran well. See them move on. Interesting left, the rider was Florent Giroux. You say, what's he doing here? Apparently left the fairgrounds to relocate to Santa Anita. Wasn't getting a lot of run down there. Baffert said, I might have a horse for you. He did.
And off to a great start, Flo is out there. And congratulations, Bob Baffert got his 14th Robert B. Lewis win. I actually saw that. Well, let's go to Oaklawn, shall we, as we continue on the Kentucky Derby Trail. The Grade 3 Southwest Stakes, 1 mile and 16th. And Decode from a pretty small stable for Ray Ashford, post-time favorite.
Yeah, a guy who's never been in this Derby prep territory in his career. The horse was awesome, winning his debut with a 99 buyer. The question is, by Speightstown, is this really going to be 2 turns? Is that going to get on the Derby Trail? We'll see.
Well, interesting. Christian Torres broke the horse's maiden, but he's off the horse. Luis Saya is on.
Yeah, interesting.
Sometimes that doesn't factor in good.
Yep.
Butane, second choice, Bob Baffert. Usually see him with the horses at Oaklawn this time of year.
Yeah, for sure. He goes to Oaklawn. He doesn't generally go to Florida. California and Oaklawn are his main places to get ready for the Derby. Butane, marginal contender at the moment. We shall see. He's by Tiz the Law.
All right, Tiz the Law won the Belmont Stakes a couple years ago. Here it is, the Southwest.
So they go into the far turn. Let's see if Decode can route. Decode into the turn, half length here. Butane second, niggled along a little bit. Soldier and Diplomat right there, 3 wide. Strategic Risk getting into it now. He's fourth, 4 deep, sent along a bit. He's within range though, 2 off the pace. Then comes Circle Tap under a ride. Rancho Santa Fe has lost a few spots. Sleeping on Freedom is next. Liberty National getting going on the rail. He's passing some horses on the inside. Has some traffic to navigate. They're off the turn. Decode has a 1/4 mile more to go. Butane right behind him. Soldier and Diplomat on the grandstand side, gradually wearing down Decode, and Soldier and Diplomat has gone to the lead. Now here comes Silent Tactic. Silent Tactic flying down the outside, and he's going to get them all.
Silent Tactic rolling from out of the clouds. Christian Torres, who was on favorite Decode, is on Silent Tactic. Big odds there. Mark Cassie.
12-1. Mark Cassie was second in the Smarty Jones. Pretty distant second in that race, but maybe the more distance was what they were looking for. Don't know. but it was okay, but only an 88 buyer. He's going to have to improve. Would put him on the pretender list at the moment.
Yeah, was he running fast or was everyone else kind of slowing down?
I think that's what happened.
Kind of that optical illusion.
Yes.
Well, let's see what the girls are doing. Fillies making their way on the Kentucky Oaks Trail. Points on the line up at Aqueduct in the Roofless Stakes, $135,000 for 3-year-old fillies. Schilling, post-time favorite.
Big favorite for our man Kenny McPeak, 4 to 5. On paper, solid, but I don't know about 4 to 5. We'll see.
And Parx trainers represented here, Lou Linder and Michael Moore with our Golden Gator post 3.
Yeah, to be determined whether they're contenders. That's why we're going to watch the race, Danny, and find out.
Tightly packed here as they work up the backstretch in the Ruthless, and the leader is Interstate Love Song. Schilling more comfortable now in second. Our Golden Gator is back to third. 23.34 was the opening quarter mile as they're working in the turn now. It's Interstate Love Song who's confronted by Schilling. Right behind them, Courage on Tap has now taken third, is moving to the outside at a big number, 46.70 for a half-mile time. 2 Bits, Jamie Rodriguez, nowhere to go. Purple Silks at the rail is going to try to squeeze on through. Our Golden Gator is all in. They reach the top of the stretch. Interstate Love Song has the lead. At the rail, it's 2 Bits who's ready to challenge, and now 2 Bits, a rail skimming ride, is trying to surprise Interstate Love Song, who's trying to gut it out. It's these two shoulder to shoulder. Schilling not today. 2 Bits puts ahead in front. Can Interstate Love Song battle back to the outside inside the final 16th? These two are noses apart. 2 Bits to the inside. Interstate Love Song, 2 Bits.
2 Bits gets the win for Amelia Green, who used to work for Todd Pletcher. Now she's out on her own, and Jaime Rodriguez having a great Aqueduct meet. How about our Golden Gator having a nice rally for third?
Yeah, ran third. Again, probably not a horse you're going to put on the Oaks Trail, but Michael looks like he's got a nice 3-year-old filly on his hands. And 2 Bits, 88 buyer. Decent race, probably more local than national, but yeah, Amelia Green, you mentioned, she's really done well since she's left the Todd Pletcher stable.
Yeah, and we've seen her come down to Parx and just really good at her craft and nice horsewoman. Great to root her on. All right, well, we have more coming up after this break, so don't you go anywhere. Best of the rest and a Turning for Home family photo to share with you.
My team at BetParx Online Sportsbook and Casino has a great offer for new users. Download the BetParx app, open a new account, and get up to $50 back on your first sports bet if it doesn't win. Plus, you'll get a BetParx bonus box with 50 BetParx coins and 50 bonus spins on the BetParx Collect 'em online slot game. For details, visit betparx.com.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. Let's get into another Turning for Home family photo. Love these. Knockout kid with new adopter Jessica, living in Virginia. And this hardy little lady raced 89 times with 12 wins, now living the retired life.
He's the greatest Virginia bred of all time, Danny.
Secretariat?
Thank you.
Cha-ching. All right, best of the rest. Here we come. We go to Aqueduct, to the Interborough Stakes. 7 furlongs for fillies and mares. And the favorite, Lucille Ball, is awful at the break.
Lucille Ball was awful at the break, but was great in comedy back in the day. But this is all about Just Catherine at 7 to 1, Danny. Going to just win it. Lucille Ball, absolutely nowhere. Our daydreaming girl for our man Lou Linder ends up a third after her great third in a cotillion at 1,000,000 to 1. Had a really good year last year.
Yeah, she was a little closer to the pace this time, but missed some training, but she really held on, and Lou Linder is still really high on her. Well, let's go down to Gulfstream Park, 5/8 on the turf. It's the ladies' turf sprint. And look out for Flamingo Way, the Pennsylvania bred. She's in the back, and the pace is hot on the front.
Yeah, the pace is hot. The 7, Moonspun, is the one you're going to want to watch. She's going to win pretty easily. But keep your eye on the 1, Flamingo Way, closing left. Why are we interested? It's Joe and Basie and Lupe Preciado. We're always interested in Joe and Lupe. Good third.
Good third. She was gobbling up ground. Let's go back out to Santa Anita for the D. Wayne Lucas Stakes. It's a grade 2, 7 furlongs, and Splendora is back for Bob Baffert.
Yeah, this used to be the Santa Monica. They changed the name, obviously, for the late, great Wayne Lucas, and his good friend Bob Baffert is going to win it with his Breeders' Cup filly mare sprint winner, Splendora. She's going to win pretty impressively by almost 2 at the wire.
Yeah, and I love Mia Molly McGee. Got a nice second for Peter Urton. She's been a lot of fun to watch. Well, let's stay at Santa Anita. This is the Las Virgenes Stakes. 3-year-old fillies going 1-turn mile, and Baffert with a couple contenders in here, but Mike McCarthy has meaning, and there's a 3-way duel on the front end.
Yeah, and it's the rematch between Super Cardaro, who's a 2-year-old filly champ for West Point and the guys, against Explorer, and they end up beating each other up. And here comes, as you said, meaning for Michael McCarthy and Flavien Prat. They get up to win it. I thought Explorer ran the best race of the 3, but Meany gets the money.
Yeah, Michael McCarthy, he said that he gave her some time after the Breeders' Cup and just let her grow up, and she really relished in that bigger filly. All right, let's go to Oaklawn Park. It's the grade 3 Bayakoa Stakes going 1 mile and 16, and it's the return of 3-year-old champ Nitrogen.
Yeah, for sure. We wanted to see the champ coming back, and she wins. On paper, she couldn't lose the race. In reality, she couldn't lose it either. She's going to win this by about 3 lengths at the wire. Mark Cassie and our good friends DJ Stable, the Greens, they got a really, really good 4-year-old filly.
Yeah, she came back in great form. Nice to see a big win from her. Let's go to this week's PTHA Trophy race in Tuesday's 5th race, and the favorite, More Strength, is behind a wall of horses.
But gets out, Danny, and just closes with a rush to win this thing pretty convincingly by 2 1/4 at the wire.
Yeah, strong finish by Dexter Haddock, and I caught up with the winner, Victoria Saldana, who's so excited. She grew up in horse racing. Her dad's a trainer, her mom is a trainer, and this was her first win as an owner. All right, here with owner Victoria Saldana, and you literally grew up in horse racing, but this is your first win as an owner. How do you feel?
I feel absolutely amazing. I could cry. I was screaming so loud. Everyone thought I was having literally a heart attack. I was like, come on. She was stuck. I feel great, honestly. I've spent so much time with her, and I think she's an amazing filly.
Oh, well, you did great, and I'm very happy for you. Congratulations.
I'm so happy. Thank you so much, and I bless God for that, too.
Nothing like the feeling of getting a win. So happy for the connections there. And we're going to head to our final break. When we come back, we're going to try to make you some money. Coming up on Let's Go Racing.
This is Parx. This is how you roll. This is how it goes. This is how you pop. This is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you excite. This is how you all night. 360 hit me. Now we're going all in. I can feel it calling. The crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
All right, welcome back everyone on Let's Go Racing and Ion Racing. Not just big races nationally, but internationally.
Yeah, for sure. The Saudi Cup is this week, and we have the great Forever Young and Nisos. This is going to be something. We'll see. Baffert made his first trip over. This is one of the few big races he's never won before, Danny. So you know he wants it. The Risen Star, the Rachel Alexander at the fairgrounds, and at Laurel. Big day for the Parx horses. We got the Barbara Fritchie with Dry Powder. Remember her, second in the cotillion. We'll call her a Parx horse. Hold Your Breath for John Service. And Take the Money, Honey, for our man Michael Moore. Also in the post time, you gotta love that they've already named a horse for post time. Otter Mischief for Lupe, Call Me Fast for Jamie Ness, Warp 9 for Harry Weiner, and in the General George, Blue Kingdom for Ness, and Point Doom, the Bellezzi winner. So a lot of Parx horses at Laurelton.
Yeah, and down at Fairgrounds, of course, it's the Risen Star Day. And then on Sunday, Sunland Park Derby and the Sunland Park Oaks. So
we love the Sunland
racing.
Park Oaks and the Derby.
All right, well, me and Dick landed on the same horse this week. We're looking at Monday's 10th race, and we both think Dreamin' of Jerry's going to get the money.
Dreamin' of Jerry, Jamie Ness just won the last by 4 lengths. It has the best numbers. Can't see any reason why Ness, who occasionally wins some races every once in a while.
He does. And make sure you check out Gate to Wire. Bruce and I had a really fun talk with Jay Brucioni. He's the owner of Bookham Dana, one of the owners in Atlantic 6 Racing, and no one had more fun in 2025 than them with the New Jersey bred.
Yeah, Danny, the last Tuesday, we got the word Tuesday morning that the great legend in Maryland, and we'll call him a Parx hero as well, King T. Leatherberry, passed away at the age of 92. 6,508 winners, 5th all time. His best horse, of course, the great Ben's Cat. 25 stakes wins, won the Parx Dash 3 times, won the Turf Monster twice. Ben's Cat is in our Hall of Fame. He should be. 63 starts, 32 wins. And right behind King T, and he's going to catch him fairly soon, is our buddy Scott Lake.
Yeah.
But King T Leatherbury, one of the all-time greats, and I was so thrilled at the end of his career, Danny, that he got Ben's cat, because he kind of been forgotten. That got him into the Hall of Fame, and I was there the day he was inducted, and it was awesome.
Well, much respect, and our thoughts are with his family, and he was just masterful to watch. Well, that wraps it up this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Parx Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the gray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna, a 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna, the Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win, a narrow victory in the cotillion.